All right, our next story, we're going to continue on with a little bit of movie. Well, this isn't movie news. This is more of a series. This is a series. I shouldn't say more like a series. It is a series. God, I'm retarded when it comes to words. But as you can see on the screen, we have Twisted Metal's coming. And it's been quite a few years since our last game. So now, of course, with keeping up with tradition of how things are done now, we turn movies into games, games into movies. And now we got Twisted Metal, starring Anthony Mackie, and he's coming as his own character named John Doe,
Yeah. Now, hopefully,
an amnesiac
yeah.
who
Can't
talks
remember
as
his
fast
past.
as he drives. I hope I said that right, but knowing me, probably not.
So, how you just touched base on it. This is the new tradition, turning video games into movies, and let's just if this is anywhere near as good as The Last of Us was, I think we'll be golden. Now, this adaptation has, John Doe, Anthony Mackie, traversing a post apocalyptic wasteland to deliver supplies to an outpost. So there's some story to it. The trailer. He's driving a Subaru WRX, which is pretty cool.
Mm.
Um, he's got guns on the side of his car. He's got a shotgun right there next to him. He has some okay '90s music playing on the radio, and that just kind of hypes me up. The other thing that is pretty good, pretty cool to me is Michael Jonathan Smith is writing and being the executive producer on this, and he's the one that wrote and produced Cobra Kai as well. And I loved Cobra Kai. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think that was another great adaptation.
Oh, dude, that's a show that I binged on Netflix as soon as it came out.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think they're getting ready to do the last season this summer.
Will it be the last season?
That's what they're saying.
Oh, well, good. They're not overdoing it. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
But we're not going to get into that. We're here to talk about Twisted Metal. Um, as we've said, it stars Anthony Mackie, Will Arnett, who, as I said, he looks like he played Twisted Metal. Samoa Joe, who's a wrestler for the AEW. Thomas Hayden Church from Spider Man 3. Stephanie Beatriz from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and Nev Campbell. I don't have to tell you, everybody know who Nev Campbell is, especially anybody who's into.
The horror movies, slasher movies.
I was gonna say slasher more than horror, because Scream wasn't really like all that terrifying.
No, that's fair. We'll call it horror slasher. Slasher horror. I don't know. I don't know. I got nothing. But it has a pretty good cast. It seems like it's going to be written pretty well, and all in all, I'm excited for this.
Oh yeah,
So this is starting to stream on July 27th.
on
Now
Peacock, Peacock
on
only.
Peacock. I was going to say, and now the way the Peacock does things is this is going to be a weekly release. This is not going to be one that you can binge straight off, straight off the bat and watch it
Mm-hmm.
all.
Which is good. A lot of people are they're enjoying the timed release on things now. You know the way TV used to be.
Right. Yeah.
Um, but I got a question about this, Rob. So
Okay.
we know this is PlayStation Studios
Hmm.
or PlayStation Productions. So we
Right.
got PlayStation Production working with Peacock, which is NBC, and we
Which is
have
universal.
huh
Which is universal
yeah, and then we have PlayStation Productions also working with HBO.
for Last of Us.
Yes, with The Last of Us, which I don't know. I can't remember who owns HBO.
I'm
Was it
not sure either.
Viacom? No. I don't think it's Viacom. Oh, I hear Rob's keyboard. He's looking it up.
Click, clack, 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 clack.
Yeah.
They own themselves.
Oh, they're their own entity then. Okay. So we
Um,
have Sony working
they
with HBO on one show. We got Sony working with NBC Universal on this show. Do you think they're trying to spread themselves out there to all medias? Well, all
well,
media out production companies, I should say.
so, and I'm gonna back up just a little bit. HBO is the flagship property of home box office, but Warner Brother technically owns HBO.
Oh, that's right. Because now on HBO Max, like you can get Cartoon Network, you can get all the DC stuff.
Right. Um. So yeah, that was a little wrong whenever I said that statement before, and I retracted. HBO is owned by Warner Brothers. Now, as
It's
for
sad that
place,
you'll get dragged so much for such a small mistake.
I know, but eh. So, do I think that Sony and PlayStation Productions is just trying to push it to as many media outlets as possible? Why not? I
Yeah.
do. Um, and I think that what this is they are testing the markets because I think that here shortly, Sony will have its own streaming service for its own products.
I could see that. Um, but you're also it's two different fan bases, really. The Last of Us and Twisted Metal.
Okay, so this is a little off topic, but it's still on the same topic.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to include it here. And I was debating if I want to do it after this video or during it, but I'll do it during so we can get some reaction to this as well. You touched on it earlier that it seems like everybody is starting to do, well, not everybody, but taking video games and turning them into movies or TV series is definitely the way that things are going now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the next one's going to be?
That's a good one. What flag?
Because I have a feeling of what it's going to be.
Well, it's not going to be. They already did Tomb Raider movies. They even tried bringing back Tomb Raider, which I liked the last Tomb Raider movie. It was it definitely followed in the games. As we had Angelina Jolie, and then the newest one was we go back into her past a little bit. I can't think, dude.
Well, and here's the other thing too. Talking about them pushing them everywhere. We also had an Uncharted movie.
Yeah, that was the other thing. That's what I meant by my mind drifted off. They couldn't do it because they already did a movie, Uncharted, which is just a male Tomb Raider.
Right. Um, what if they did a Metal Gear Solid?
Dude, that would be awesome. And
You could,
David Hayter, the
right,
voice actor for
Aidner.
Solid Snake. Um, he's even alluded to working with Sony in the last couple years.
So, and here's my thing with this. Okay, I think that Metal Gear Solid would be perfect for streaming service
Oh yeah.
instead of a movie because you could do like they did with The Last of Us and flesh out characters and flesh out backstories and you could have the flashbacks from like Metal Gear Solid, like him doing a flashback to something in the past
Mm-hmm.
with Liquid Snake or with Oslet or Psycho Mantis having a flashback, and you could like have each episode feature somebody else.
Oh, dude, they could
The
even
villain.
They could even flash back to the original Nintendo Metal Gear games.
Right.
So,
And you could have your spin-offs, and you could have like there's so many routes that you could go with this. I think it would be perfect for streaming.
hmm
And that's like my vote for it. Um I'm thinking that that's the route they're going to go. It's the route I'm hoping they're going to go.
yeah,
So everyone else, let us know in the comments if you think that's going to happen or what you think the next streaming game live adaptation is going to be. Like, subscribe, share, follow, and let us know. And we'll catch you guys at the next one.